Slava Isus Christus, Slava Navika, glory be to Jesus Christ, glory be forever. It's Father Basil again, doing another podcast, and we're going to go back to Genesis, the book of Genesis in the Bible, and we're going to go to chapter 12 today. Now the Lord said to Abram, "Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and the one who curses you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. Abram took his wife Sarai and his brother's son Lot, and all the possessions that they had gathered, and the persons whom they had acquired in Haran, and they set forth to go to the land of Canaan. When they had come to the land of Canaan, Abram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, to the oak of Moreh. At that time the Canaanites were in the land. Then the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "To your offspring I will give this land." So he built there an altar to the Lord, and he appeared to him, who had appeared to him. From there he moved on to the hill country on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent. And Bethel on the west and Ai on the east, and there he built an altar to the Lord and invoked the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed on by stages toward the Negeb. Now there was a famine in the land, so Abram went down to Egypt to reside there as an alien, for the famine was severe in the land. When he was about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife Sarai, "I know well that you are a woman beautiful in appearance. And when the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife,' and they will kill me, but they will let you live. Say you are my sister, so that it may go well with me because of you, and that my life may be spared on your account." When Abram entered Egypt, the Egyptians saw that the woman was very beautiful. When the officials of Pharaoh saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. And for her sake he dealt well with Abram. And he had sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male and female slaves, female donkeys and camels. But the Lord afflicted Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. So Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister, so that I took her for my wife? And then, here is your wife, take her and be gone." And Pharaoh gave his men orders concerning him, and they sent him on the way with his wife and all that he had. So that is chapter 12 of Genesis, talking about Abram, who of course will become Abraham, and Sarai, who will become Sarah, and how they are the ones that would be the forefathers of the Jewish nation, that they are going to be given the land of Canaan. And there's so much similarities here with when we read later on in Genesis and Exodus about Moses. So the Israelites had a lot of connections with the Egyptians from the very early time. Abram was in Egypt, and that story of him not telling the truth about his wife Sarai, because he thought that they were going to kill him and, take Sarai as his wife, as the Pharaoh's wife. And, I think this tells us that we always have to tell the truth all the time. Obviously, this was before the commandments of the Lord was given to Moses, but from our interactions with each other, with our interactions with God, we always have to tell the truth, even if we think that the outcome of what we say is going to be negative to us. Because when we lie, when we tell untruths, even worse things can happen, as almost happened to Sarai and Abram in the story. But why did God pick Abram as the one that was going to be the father of the Jewish nation? Well, obviously, Abram had some characteristics that God wanted. Abram was true to God, true to, God's call to him. And, he wanted to do the things that God asked him to do. So we have to remember that Abram, was a servant of God, serving God the best he can, and living a holy life, living a life of always having God as the focus, always having God as the one to depend on, the one that this to trust in God in every day of their life. And later on in the following chapters we'll read in the future, we'll see that trust in God, Abraham's trust in God, is always going to be tested. And when Abram finally has a son, and we'll see that later on, that God is always testing Abram to see how much his faith is. And, we are being tested too in our lives. How strong is our faith? How strong do we trust in God? When bad things happen to us, do we still put our trust in God, or we just kind of say, well, I don't want God in my life anymore because all these bad things are happening to me? God is saying, come to me. God is saying, trust in everything I do, and things will be okay in the end. And that's what we'll see in the story of Abram. Okay? God bless you.